Hey, what's up? Okay, so you gotta excuse me. I got gray hair showing everywhere. I see why people color their hair, Jesus. But I just came from an event, so excuse how I look. I'm exhausted. But I was watching Levi, I think it's his name, on Channel 5, his last video. And it was talking about how Marsha Blackburn wants to make Tennessee all red. And it got me to thinking, with Virginia, they had the people vote on what they wanted to do, because that's what California done when it comes to gerrymandering and changing the map. California voted on it, and the people voices were heard. So they're going to redo their district maps. Virginia done the same thing, but yet somebody sued and the court stopped to basically silence their vote. But when I got to thinking with Marsha Blackburn and how she wants to make Tennessee an all-red state and basically eliminate or split up Memphis, it got me to thinking. And Levi made a good point in his video when he said that, you didn't ask Memphis folk if they wanted to do that.
In case it wasn't clear, this is not Tennessee's congressional map. This is what Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn and a few other Republican lawmakers hope happens here in Tennessee as part of the recent Supreme Court ruling. You'll notice the one blue congressional district in the entire state of Tennessee is now gone. That's Memphis, in case you're wondering. Blackburn, who is running for governor, said that she will do whatever is in her power to make this map happen. And this is after the ruling that essentially makes it easier for states to redraw their district lines in favor of one political party, ignoring that this could disenfranchise black and brown voters. And let's make sure we're clear on this. These are political parties choosing their voters, not the other way around. Keep hearing these arguments where some of the same people who are against redistricting because it doesn't favor their political party in whatever state are for it when it comes to, let's say, Tennessee, Texas, and Florida. If that's the case, then you would put this to a vote with the voters giving their say. In Tennessee, this would be state lawmakers making the decision for what happens out of Memphis, and not necessarily Memphis deciding that they want to split up their district. The same thing that happened in Nashville. Listen, we've already seen tight races out of Nashville.
You're just going to take it upon yourselves to just go ahead and change the map. But Justin Pearson and another gentleman have already been campaigning for the Democratic primaries. But with all of that, I just kept thinking about Marsha Blackburn, how before the current administration happened, she was consistently talking about release the Epstein files, release the Epstein files. She's going to make it her duty and her whatever to have those files released. And they're still not fully released. She was basically saying that she wanted to give the victims, survivors, their voices, to hear their voices and make sure that they're heard. Those files still aren't released. And then after the debacle of the Epstein File Transparency Act or whatever, you haven't heard anything from her about it. So she wanted to have the survivors have a voice prior to the election. But now here it is again. She's trying to silence us voters on whether we want this district map change to happen. Gerrymandering to me makes zero sense aside from cheating. To me, it's like you're cheating. I don't care which side, whatever. The Republicans started it. Let's just keep it all the way honest. The Republicans started it in Texas, and then it just went from there. What Florida done? Florida, it's happening. It started in the southern states, and it's happening in all the states: Georgia, Florida, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, and now Tennessee. All these Republican states, red states, and they're trying to do it all before the midterms. I mean, when I you can't really talk about politics too much to people because they're not genuine with the conversation. But to those that have been genuine with it, we've all, in Republican, Democrats, Independent, we've all come to the same conclusion, is that it is cheating. because you're in majority, you want to stay in majority. As a Tennessean, I feel like if you want to change the district maps, then you need to allow us Tennessee voters to vote on it. Because we choose you. We elect you. You don't choose us. And them changing this map without our permission, without our vote, they're essentially choosing their voters. We're not choosing them. They're taking our voices away. And whether you're Republican or Democrat, that should matter to you. That should matter to you when someone takes your voice away. So to compare that and equate that to the survivors of the Epstein files, how their voices still have not been heard. Because Congress and this committee still hasn't asked them to come speak in front of them. Their voices still have not been heard. With women's rights, how they've taken away our voices with that. Because abortion is healthcare, but we're not going to get into that. Again, with this gerrymandering, they're taking our voices away by changing the maps. Just because they're the majority. All that what we're going through is because they're the majority. It's not fair to me. It's not right. Well, Marsha Blackburn and the other Republicans, and all because Trump told them to. And they're trying to do this all before the midterms. Because I was thinking, I was like, no matter what they do, we can still get out and vote. But the issue is when they gerrymander and they change these districts, it's the representation that they're wanting to change. The representation. And I saw, what was his name? I think Wesley Hunt or some black dude was talking about he didn't care. It didn't bother him. Well, that was because you're already in office. But you still have to be reelected, young blood. You still have to be reelected. So when this gerrymandering happens in your state of Texas, your position can just be eliminated. You're Republican, you think you're okay. But your district can be changed just like everybody else's. I never can understand why somebody could get in office and pull the ladder up behind them. I never understand it. But to fellow Tennesseans, call Marsha Blackburn's office and tell her, we don't want to do this. Or if you're going to do it, let us choose to do it. Allow us to vote for this, not you. Because again, we choose you. You don't choose us. We choose you. And essentially, that's what they're trying to do. Choose us and take our voices away. But we shouldn't let them. So, I just wanted to say that. I just thought it was just ironic and quite hypocritical for Marsha Blackburn to be wanting to release those Epstein files for the survivors to be heard, but now she's trying to silence our votes and silence our voices. Boy, if anybody ever says racism still doesn't exist in this country, you're a liar.